Remaining task I will show. So this chapter, last chapter we saw decision making only, but decision making and branching. Now in this chapter we are going to see, based on the decision which we made, we are going to have a loop. Okay, so decision making and looping. So in this chapter we are going to see the looping statements. Looping statements. In looping statements, a series of statements are executed until some conditions for the termination of the loop are satisfied. Listen here, we are having a looping statement. So a series of statements, there also we had some statements to be executed if a condition is satisfied, right? Here we are going to keep on looping the statements until until some condition for the termination of the loop, until some condition for the termination of the loop is satisfied. So in branching we will execute only once, but in looping we will keep on executing the same set of statement until a condition is until some condition for the termination of the loop is satisfied. Is it clear? When we see the examples, it will be clear. So when branching statements are examples, we can tell based on the decision we are making the branching, right? So all those if statement, switch case, condition operator, everything what we studied, it's coming under branching. Based on a decision, we are branching. This is based on a decision, we are looping. Okay. So the looping process consists of 4 steps. Setting and initializing a variable. That variable is known as a condition variable. But we were using condition expression, right? Likewise, here in looping statement, we are using a condition variable. Second one is execution of the statements of the loop. Our main aim is not to execute a particular set of statements infinite number of times, or to loop a particular loop through the same set of statements repeatedly. All are listening. So send me in the chat box
Yes, ma'am.
what were the branching statements we studied in the last chapter. Branching statements. In the last chapter, what were the branching statements which we studied? Answer in the chat box. Not a yes, ma'am. What all branching statements we studied? Okay, good. Mehboob had answered all together. Not if alone. If else, else if, nested, not return, go to, it's go to. Okay. Switch case, everything we studied. Now in this chapter, we are using that one only once it was executing, right? Here we will be looping the same statements until a condition for exit from the or termination of the loop is satisfied. So execution of the statement is involved. What is the next step? Test for a specific condition variable. We already initialized a condition variable, right? Now we are testing whether that condition variable is satisfying the condition for terminating the loop. We will test it after each execution of this, each time execution, we will test whether the condition variable is satisfying the condition to terminate the loop. But there should be some condition to exit from the loop also. Otherwise, it will become an infinite loop. When you write the program, you might have, and you will end up in a screen which will be going fast. That is infinite loop. You don't know how to stop the program also. Then you will press on Control Alt, Delete, and all. Then you somehow stop the program, right? That is because we didn't mention any condition to terminate the loop. Now, fourth is incrementing or updating the condition variable. So each time there, when we are running through the statements, you should give a condition in order to increment or decrement or update the condition variable. Initially, we had initialized the condition variable, right? Suppose I is the condition variable, I had initialized into 0. Then in each time, whenever the statements are executed, we will be either incrementing or updating the condition variable. Then only condition variable will be reaching a condition in which we in the test, we will understand that this variable has reached the level that we can terminate from the loop. So what are the 4 steps involved in the looping process? initializing the condition variable, executing the statements in the loop, testing the condition variable, and then incrementing and updating the condition variable. If I just tell these theories steps, we will not understand, but we'll see in the example. Okay, so a looping statement consists of two segments. I will come back to the this slide when I am explaining the example for the looping statements. A looping statement consists of two segments. So we can put these 4 steps under two segments or 2 parts. One is the body of the loop. The second one will be our control statements. So in body of the loop, we will be having the statements to be executed and also the conditional variable getting incremented. And in control statements, we will have the initialization of the condition variable and control variable, and also checking whether the control variable has reached a particular level to terminate the looping. So we can just put all these 4 steps into 2 segments, body of the loop and control statements. Control statement will be testing certain condition and then direct the repeated execution of the statements contained in the body of the loop. Got it? So this will be our aim. So and this initially I'm just giving an introduction and I'll explain it with the example. Now looping statements. Looping statements are of 2 types. We had studied for our decision making and branching. Likewise, here looping statements are of broadly we can categorize into 2 categories. That is, one is known as an entry control loop. The other one is known as the exit control loop. Entry control loop and exit control loop. Entry control loop is also known as pre-test loop. An exit control loop is also known as the post-test loop. Depending upon the position of the control statements in a loop, a control structure can be either a entry control loop or exit control loop. So here in entry control loop, what is the meaning of entry control loop? We are checking the control statement. In control statement, we will be checking the value of the control variable, right? We will be testing the value of the control variable, whether it has satisfied the condition to terminate the loop. So that checking is happening. Just remember one thing only, that checking will be happening at the entry for the entry control loop. If the conditions are not satisfied, then the body of the loop is not executed. In entry control loop, first we will check the condition, just like our for movie we will be checking now at the entry itself. They will be checking whether you have ticket, right? That is known as an entry control loop. We will be first checking whether you have the ticket, whether you have paid for the ticket, right? Whether you have paid for the ticket, then only you will be allowed to watch the movie. That is entry control. But exit control loop, it will be checking the condition only after while exiting from the loop. This will be like our in malls and all, they will be giving you the token for the parking. When we are going only, they will ask you to make the payment, right? So you can get the payment, that token they will be giving you, but after parking the vehicle, while moving out only you will be paying, right? So you will be able to exit only after making the payment, right? Exit control loop are like that. So the parking fee what we pay in the shopping malls and all, after parking when we are leaving the mall only, they will be asking for your money. But for movie, you should pay first and then you have to show the ticket before entering into the movie hall. So entry control loop will be checking the control variable value before entering. So we cannot see the movie unless you pay, right? But in exit control, no, you have already parked your vehicle. You can once park and then while going out only they will be checking, right? So if you are telling again I want to park, they will tell first you pay this, right? Like that. Exit control will be like you will have to, they will be checking only at the exit. They will be checking whether the control variable is having the value at the exit. So there are 2 types of, we are just categorizing all the looping statement into 2, entry controlled and exit controlled loop. Now, what are all the loop construct or the loop statements in C? If they ask a construct also, the meaning is same statement. Okay, looping construct or looping statement in Java, they will tell construct. So I just kept the word looping statements. Understood? Looping statements, when I'm asking, you should write only the statements which are there in C. When I'm asking, you have to write while statement, do while statement, and the for statement. Looping statements. You know, go to is also one looping statement only, but we are mainly telling only these looping statements. I had shown you in the last chapter, last program, how using go to we can. You can write that also, but mainly we will be telling the main looping statements in C program is while loop, do while, and the for statement. So we will first see the while statement. While statement, you know, what are the two types of statements? Looping statements. What are the two types of looping statements? Answer in the chat box. It's not while loop and all. I asked what are the two types. It is entry control loop and exit control loop. You can also tell it as protest and pretest. Got it? Two categories of looping statements. Entry controlled and exit controlled. So while is an entry controlled loop. That means we are checking the condition at the entry. We are checking the condition variable or the control variable value at the beginning, at the entry. If it is satisfied only, it will allow you to execute the body of the loop. If the test condition is true, here also we are making a decision, right? In the last chapter also we were making the decision for branching the program. Here we are taking the decision to decide whether to execute the body of the loop or not. But if it is true, the body of the loop is executed. Once it becomes false, it will continue the execution of the body of the loop. That is the difference. Okay. In branching also, we will execute the statements which are mentioned under the if statement, but that is only once. Now also entry and exit is coming. I know that timestamp is there. Whenever I'm asking the question, that with that time, no, you should be giving the answer. Once I see, then after that, no, the stat will be 0. Then I know those are answering after that. So once it becomes false, the control statement, when it becomes false, the control is transferred out of the loop. And the general form of the while statement is given as. So using while you are going to write the programs, you should be now serious and you should be listening the class. Only 58 participants are there. Got it. So now from the previous class, 6 more absentees altogether. We have 10, I think, no, 10 absentees. So while Boolean expression, here if I write condition expression also, it is correct only. This expression, what I am giving over here, don't get scared seeing the Boolean, because Boolean is nothing but the expression which will return either true or false. If you are getting scared, I can just write it as a conditional expression, which will return. In this one also we had used no conditional expression in if statement. So if this conditional expression returns true or false, that means it is a Boolean expression. That's all. So when the conditional expression return true, when it returns true, then it will be executing the body of the loop. Understood? So don't think that after execution of this body of the loop, it will continue execution of the lines which will be given over here. What will happen? After executing the body of the loop once, it will go back to this while and it will again check for the condition expression. Again, if it is true, it will execute this line. It will execute this line. Again, it will go back to this while and again it will check for the condition. So this will be the difference of the branching statement and looping statement. In looping statement, this condition, if it is true, it will keep on executing the body of the loop. While in branching statement, If the condition is true, it will execute once this body of the loop and then continue execution of the remaining lines of lines of the code. So here, as I have told, and you can see the difference in the looping statement of the while loop. After coming out of the body of the loop, again this flow line is going connecting back to the decision box. Are you all listening over there? Now 60 participants suddenly. So answer, what is the difference? Now that we can answer. No. So here the body of the loop flow line is connecting back to the decision box. So when you are drawing the decision box for the while loop, you should see that after execution, when it is true, it will execute the body of the loop. Again, the flow line is connecting back to the Boolean expression. You see how many flow lines are going into the decision box now? This is from the upper part of the program. So now there are 2 incoming flow lines and there are 2 outgoing flow lines. Got it? So when I was taking the flowchart, I told there will be only one entry to the decision box, and there will be 2 flow lines. Now for the while statements, what we will be doing is out of that body of the loop, the flow line will be connecting back to the Boolean expression. So we can have more than one flow line entering into the decision box. Got it? So this is a syntax for writing a while loop. So there is a small program which I have given over here. It's not a complete program. We will type it using Turbo C when I equal to 1. While as I told in the first slide, what are the different parts of a looping statement? First is initializing the looping variable. Second, it will be checking the looping or the condition control variable, the particular condition. If the condition is satisfied, then the lines or the statements in the loop. This is the body of the loop, right? The statements to be executed. And then the fourth step is incrementing or updating the control variable. Which is the control variable in this example? Answer in the chat box. In this example, which is the control variable? Javed Pasha. I told you not to message to to everyone. To everyone. Then why I am asking? I plus plus. Okay, that is incrementing now. The variable name is I. Okay. Variable name is I. The control variable in this program is I. Where we are initializing, which step is initializing the control variable? Type in the chat box. Which step is initializing the control? This program I will ask you to print, ask you to execute. Today many programs will be given. Which line is for initializing? I equal to 1, right? Not I plus plus. This first line, no, it is used for initializing. Got it? And where I am, which is the test for the control variable? What is the test for the control variable? Test for the control variable. No. No answer. Where we are testing the control variable? In while, what is the control? What we are testing, whether I is less than or equal to 5. Nevin answered. I is less than or equal to 5. We are testing whether the control variable is less than or equal to 5. Right? In while we are testing, only while. Praveen and all you got answer only while. In while we are testing, right? I is less than or equal to 5. That is our testing. Now, which is the body of the loop? And what line will be executed in the loop? What are the lines which will be executed? Only printf. I plus plus also will be executed. These two comes under the body of the loop, right? But now in this body of the loop itself, printf and I plus 1. This will be seen, printf will be seen, but this will not be seen. What is the last step? Incrementing and updating, right? I plus plus is for incrementing and updating the control variable. So these are the 4 steps for a looping statement. Initializing the control variable, testing of the control variable, the lines of the statements to be executed. In this case, with whatever we give within the curly bracket will be taken as the body of the loop, right? And it will execute these two lines repeatedly. But this I plus plus is also a, even though it is the body of the loop, this I plus plus is used for incrementing the control variable. So in while loop construct, a test of the condition is performed before the loop is executed. Here while is a entry control loop, right? While is a entry control loop where we are checking the condition. In this while, before entering into this, before entering into the movie theater, in movie theater it is showing only printf. We are checking whether I is less than or equal to 5. What is the test condition? So I can raise hand, movie, and I told. Test of the condition is checked whether when I is less than or equal to 5 is performed before the loop is executed. So if I'm so tell me, so I'll ask a question now. What will be the output of this program? What will be the output of this program? There are 59 participants now. I should see 59 answers in the chat box. What will be the output of this program? Janani has answered. You answer privately to me. Whether it is up to 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most of you have answered 1 to 4. Only 4. Deepak, why only 4? So now we will see. I saw the answers. So when I check asked whether it is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, then all started answering 5. Franklin, you tell me what what will happen in the first line. I equal to 1, right? Franklin, you can unmute and speak.
Yes, ma'am.
When I equal to 1, it will go to the next line. While I less than or equal to.
N equals to 5.
So I value is 1, right? 1 is less
Yes.
than. Less than. You need to check only one condition now. It is less than 5, right? So what it will print? It will move into the body of the loop. It will be printing the value of I. Value of I is 1.
5, ma'am.
Value of I is 1.
1, ma'am. 1.
Then it will be incrementing I value. I plus plus. Right? I plus plus. What is I plus plus? It is incrementing the value of I by 1. So those who didn't understand what is I plus plus is same as I equal to I plus 1. We are incrementing the value of I by 1. So the current value of I was 1. So when we do this line, value of I will be 2. Got it? After coming out of this, when we go to while condition, the value of I will be 2. Now it is checking whether 2 is less than 5. 2 is less than 5. Then what? It will go into the body of the loop and it will be printing what? It will be printing 2. Right? It will be printing 2 because in place of percentage D, it will be printing the current value of I. Then after that, it will be moving to the next line. I will be again incremented. What is the current value of I? Current value of I is 2, right? 2 plus
Yes,
1. 2 plus 1 will be 3, right? Now the current value of I is 3. So it will come back to the while. Now with the current value of 3, it is checking whether 3 is less than or equal to 5. Now 3 is less than 5, so it will be printing 3, right? So after printing 3, it will go and increment the value of I, that is 3 plus 1. So it will be
4, ma'am.
4. Now the current value of I is 4. So it will be going with the value 4 and it will be checking whether 4 is less than less than or equal to 5. We know that it is less than 5. It will be going to this line and printing the value 4. I'm writing here. So it will be printing 4. Again, it will move to this line I plus plus. So what will happen now? 4 plus 1 will be giving you 5. So now the current value of I is 5. Again, it will go back to this while and it will be checking whether 5 is less than, no, it is not less than 5. It is equal to 5. Yes, it is equal to 5. Then what it will do? Again, it will move into the body of the loop and it will be printing the value of 5. Got it? Now again, it will come back to this line. It will be incrementing. So what will be the value of 5 now? So 5, I value will be 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 will be 6. Right, Franklin? So now the value of I will be 6. So it will come back to this while to test whether the value of I is 6 now. 6 whether it is less than or equal to 5. 6 is not less than or neither equal to 5. Right? So what will happen now? It will not go into the body of the loop. It will come out of the loop. Understood? So what was exit condition? Exit condition, Franklin, when I became 6, it is not, I is not less than or equal to
5.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So how many values?
Yes, ma'am.
How many values will be printed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4, 5.
Okay, so Darshan had messaged me there may be 5. First, its value is assigned to 1. So he had explained. Okay, so I hope you understood this concept. I'll be giving you